Gurudev Prabhupada, Gurudev Prabhupada.
Yo Vishnupadamanohamsa Privrachigacharya Ashtotra Shashimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki. Yo Vishnupadamanohamsa Privrachigacharya Ashtotra Shashimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki. Ananda Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Das Thakur Ki. से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्विधाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की हृदय गो प्रेमानंदे all devotees assembled, devotees assembled, Guru Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtigi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam Namah Pangajanaabhaya, Namah Pangajamaline, Namah Pangajanetraya, Namaste Pangajangre. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayade Giring, Yakrubatamaham Bande, Shri Gurum Dinadarinam, Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram, Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna, welcome back to Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 16, Divine and Demoniac Natures. And today's verses 4 to 7. So we'll read verse 4 now. Dambo darpo bhimanascha rodha parushyameva ajnanam chabhyadasya partha sampadamasurim. Dambo darpo bhimanascha rodha parushyameva ajnanam chabhyadasya partha sampadamasurim. Dambo darpo bhimanascha rodha parushyameva Ajnanam Chavijadasya Partha Sambadamasurim. Vaikri Mataji. Vaikri Mataji, mute.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dambo darpobmanascha krodha parushamevacha ajnanam chavi jadasya partha sambada masuri. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gita Mataji. Gita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay. Snigdha Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dambho darpo bhimanasya krodho parushamev cha ajnanam cha vinjatasya partha sampadamasurim.
Okay, right. You can read the meanings.
Yes, Prabhuji. Dambah, pride, darpah, arrogance, abhimanah, conceit, sha, and krodhah, anger, parushya, harshness, eva, certainly, cha, and ajnanam, ignorance, cha, and avijatasya, one who burned, partha, O son of partha, sampadam, nature, asurim, demonic. Meaning arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belongs to those of demonic nature or son of Partha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Verse 5. Daivi sambadi mokshaya nibadhnari asurim madam Mashuja sampadam devin abhijadosi pandava दैवी संपद विमोक्षाय निबंधाय आसुरी मता मा शुजा संपदं देवीं अभिजातोऽसि पांडवा दैवी संपदि मोक्षाय निबंधाय आसुरी मता मा शुजा संपदं देवीं अभिजातोऽसि पांडवा. Yes, Vaikrima ji.
Hare Krishna. Devi Sambad Vimokshaya Nibandaya Suri Mada Ma Shuja Sambada Devi Mabijado Asi Pandava.
Right. Gita ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. देवी संपद विमोक्षाय निबंधाय सुरीमता मांसु च संपदं देवीं अविजातो असि पांडव. दैवी transcendental sampata nature vimokshaya mean for liberation, nibandhaya for bondage, asuri demonic qualities, mata it is considered, ma don't, sucha worry, sampadam nature, daivim transcendental, avijatah burn, asi you are, pandava o son of Pandu. Meaning, the transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Don't worry, do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 6. Dau Buddha Sargo Logosmin Deva Asura Evacham Devo Vistarasha Prokta Asuram Patameshu. Dau Buddha Sargo Logosmin Deva Asura Evacham Devo Vistarasha Prokta Asuram Patameshu. Dau Buddha Sargo Logosmin Lokesmin Deva Asura Evacha Devo Vistarasha Prokta Asuram Patame Shunu. Swaikari Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Tau Buddha Sarkau Loki Asmin Deva Asura Evaja Devo Vistarasha Prokta Asuram Partha Mesrunu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Sigamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. दो भूत सर्ग लोकस्मिन् देव आसुर एव च देवो विस्तरसः प्रोक्त आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु. Two bhuta sargo creating living beings, loka in this world, asmin this, devah godly, asuraha demonic, eva certainly, cha and, devah divine, vistarah a great length, proktah said, asuram demonic, partha o son of pratha, me from me, srunu just here, meaning, O son of Pritha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other is demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demonic. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 7. Pravartim cha nivritim cha janana vidurasuram na shaucham na vichacharo na satyam teshu vidyade. Pravartim cha nivritim cha janana vidurasura न शौचम च न विचाचारो न सत्यम तेषु विद्यते. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनाना विदुरासराः न शौचम न विचाचारो न सत्यम तेषु विद्यते. वैक्रिमा जी.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Pravritim cha nivritim cha janana vidurasura na shauchanabi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Snigdhama ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनान विदुरासुरः न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते. प्रवृत्तिं proper action च also nivrittim improper action च and janaha persons na never viduh no asuraha demonic quality na never sausam cleanliness, no, nor, api, also, cha, and acharah, behavior, na, never, satyam, truth, tesu, in them, vidyate, there is. Meaning, those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakhayam Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapatagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganadanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadhudam Parijanasaidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vishaganvidam Sam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubhascha Kripa Sindhuvi Evacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Idi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshdharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Dambo Dvarpo Bhimanascha Krodha Parushyameva Ajnanam Chabijadasya Partha Sambadama Surim Arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Pritha. So, this chapter, Krishna is explaining two kinds of nature. One is a divine nature, another is a demoniac nature. The divine nature was explained in the first 3 verses of this chapter, comprising of 26 qualities spread among the Varnashrama system. Many qualities, 3 are enjoined by sannyasis, 3 by grihasthashrami, 1 by brahmachari, and 1 by vanaprastha. Then again, 12 qualities by brahmanas, 3 qualities by kshatriya, 2 qualities by vaishya, and 1 by shudra. You can see that in order. For example, the kshatriya, teja, kshama, dhriti are belonging to kshatriyas. Shaucham, adroha belong to vaishya, and nadimanida is belonging to shudras. Of course, the 26 are common. Everybody should try to develop these qualities, but in particularly, some qualities are pertaining to particular varna and ashrama. Having described the 26 glittering qualities of the Devic nature, of the divine nature, Krishna now briefly touches upon 6 qualities of the demoniac nature. Damba, first is called Damba. Damba means arrogance. Arrogance arising out of one's capacity, one's ability to do things, wants efficiency, wants influence of others. These are all parts of arrogance. Like, for example, suppose a person is conducting a great yajna, which takes a very difficult, which is very difficult and not easy to conduct. Like, for example, Daksha is a Prajapati who is expert in conducting yajnas. So Brahma himself has entrusted that department to Daksha. And Daksha became very arrogant. He thought that he is the only person who can do this. So in his arrogance, he disrespected and humiliated Lord Shiva. For that, he had to pay a heavy price. These are like described in the fourth canto, beginning of the fourth canto itself. Famous Daksha Yaga. Daksha Yaga is very famous, but Daksha is an expert in conducting this. So there is arrogance of ability to do things. And next one is Darpa. Darpa means, or rather, pride. Actually, Darpa is pride. Darpa pride of owning some possessions and positions. Having possessions and positions. Like, for example, if you are born in a great family, like Kundi Devi says, Janma Aishwarya Shudi Shribhir, Edamana Madapuman, Naivahatam Abhitatum Ve, Twam Akinjana Gochara. Janma Aishwarya Shudi Shri. Janma means aristocratic birth. Some people are fortunate to be born in a Kshatriya family or a Brahmana family or family with great lineage or rich family, Vaishya families. So they become very proud of this, that I belong to this particular family who is very famous and well known, very powerful. That is one aspect of prideness. Aishwarya, opulence. If you have a lot of money, material possessions like land, elephants, cows, horses, then you are very opulent. The next one, Shuddhi. Shuddhi means education. Shuddhi actually means Shabda Vedas. But in another sense, it is called, because previously when people are known by their knowledge on Vedas. So like example, the Dvivedi means person well versed in 2 Vedas. Trivedi means 1 verse in 3 Vedas, and then Chadurvedi is also there, all the 4 Vedas. So a person, if he thinks that if he is very versed in Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, and all those Shastras, and the modern times, the material sciences also, then he'll become very proud. Then Shri means beauty, handsome, beauty, attractiveness. Then the position they hold on society, like the very famous, suppose you are a very famous doctor, or a very famous actor, or a sportsman. So these are things, aspects of which a person with demoniac nature feels very proud of. Then abhimanas and conceit. They desire to be worshipped by others. Now I have this much. I belong to this family. I am a very efficient. Yes, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what is the difference between these two? These two knows
Pride,
to be same.
arrogance and pride.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Arrogance maybe steps out of one's own ability. Ability to do things, command things, make all those things, executing ability,
That is darpa.
Like for example, give the example of Daksha. Now, Daksha is very expert in conducting yajnas. He needs a lot of expertise. If you want to do a difficult job, it needs expertise. So when you become an expert at it, then you become arrogant that I'm the only person who can do this. So it's basically based on one's ability to do things. While pride means a pride in having possessions and positions. A slight difference. Not much, but this is a finer difference.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do you understand that?
Yes. Pride is dambha. Pride is dambha and arrogance is darpa.
Yeah, actually, Darpa is in translation, Srila Prabhupada is giving a different way, arrogance and pride.
Yes.
Oh, Damba, pride, okay, Damba and Darpa. The meaning is the difference between arrogance. I think is difference between pride and arrogance, or difference between Damba and Darpa.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That is the point that we are concentrating on. Okay. Right. Now, Abhimana means a desire to be worshipped by others, and they demand always. And Srila Prabhupada says sometimes they don't command also. In English, there's a very famous saying is that he demands a lot of respect but command none. It is our desire that everyone should respect us. Although you may not have the qualities which will make others to respect you. That respect should come automatically, naturally. And persons who are endowed with these qualities, who are very respectable, highly respectable, they don't really crave for this respect. People who don't have these abilities, but externally they want to impress others, and internally they don't have the real qualities, then that is a problem for them. That is a demoniac nature. Then krodha, parushamevacha, krodha means anger. Now suppose you are not getting the respect which I desire, then I become very angry. Bhagavad Gita, second chapter is given 63, 64, or 60 to 63 is given 62 and 63. Dhyayedo Vishaya Pumsan Sangaste Shubhajayade. Now, Vishayan, of course, sense of is also object of sense. But the Vishaya means in this aspect, object of sense, maybe desire for a respect also, whatever it is. Now, when you are very interested that others should respect us, Sangaste Shubhajayade, somehow or other, you want to be respected, you try to extract respect from others, and if you fail that attempt, then what? Kama krodha bhajayade. The desire is frustrated, and this frustration is there, then you become very angry. Krodha is basically a frustration of desire. We can notice very neat thing. Very minute aspect can understand that krodha rises from a frustration of desire. Suppose in normal course, you are telling someone and instructing someone to do something, certain things, like a teacher, for example. Teacher is instructing the student, do this way, do that way. Now the teacher is desirous that the student should do that way only. When the student is not doing that, then the teacher becomes angry. Because that person, that student is not acting as per instruction. So the desire on the part of the teacher is that he should act on the basis of my instruction, which it is not done, you become angry. Like that way, you extend to anything. Krodha always is a byproduct of resulting from a frustration of desire. Can note it. You can see whenever you are getting angry, it will be like that only. Maybe you are getting angry for right cause also, like for example, teacher and student relation. Teacher is very interested that student should learn properly. If not being done, you get angry. then you may get angry on your account also, your gunas also be there. That is always there. And in case of this demonic nature, it's basically he is becoming angry because of his gunas only, because he desires respect. He commands respect. He wants demands a lot of respect. It's nothing getting none. Then he becomes very angry, and then what happens? He talks very harshly. Parushya. Parusha means harsh words, not gently. And you are not at all bothered about sensitivity of others, how others will receive this. You are insensitive. Now there's a difference between sensitive and sentimentality. Sensitivity is a very good quality, which means you're always aware of others' feelings. You don't want to trample on their feelings unnecessarily. So you're very sensitive to others' feelings. Sentimentality is you are very sensitive to your thing. You are very sensitive to your feelings. And someone is not acting according to that, then you become sentimental. Or sentimental may also be, in one way, wrongly placed compassion also. Or sentimentality maybe in one and another manner, I mean, thinking about past things, relationships, then you become very sentimental about this. So there's a difference between sentimentality and sensitiveness. And here, the demonic person is insensitive to others. That's why he uses his harsh words. Ajnanam. Ajnana means they do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Knowledge is not there. So they do everything on their own without reference to the authority. Right knowledge means you have to get it from an authority. Very humbly, you have to receive from others. That is a Shabda. So the proper authority is not there. You will act according to whims and fancies. And towards the end of this chapter, verse 23, Krishna explains that very nicely. He says, though ya shastra vidhi utsujya vartade kamakarada nasa siddhim apnodi na shantim na param sukham param gadim. So this is all on account of ignorance of basically of the scriptures, of the right way of conducting, what is righteousness, what is not righteousness. And so they manifest all these bad qualities. And the Shruti says that Pabha Pabena, a sinful person becomes sinful on account of bad things done, bad karma done in previous lives. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, many places you will see that when you look at a person, you can understand what was his past life. If a person is having a very virtuous life, very pious, then you can understand that he was a pious man in this previous life also. This continues. Although there may be some aberrations in between also, but basically the person who is in the mode of goodness, if he is getting birth again, he'll remain in the mode of goodness. And person who was in Rajogun, the Asuric Bhava is basically Rajogun only. And this Rajogun, if he become very arrogant, he'll slip down to this Tamogun. That means Rajogun is enjoined by the Satogun is by Devic nature, the Suras, the Devas. Demons is Asuri, that is Rajogun. And the monsters, the Rakshasa, they are in the mode of Tamogun, ignorance. So when there is a degradation, when you become very demoniac, Natural. This is now you'll see the next 12 verses how these demonic persons slowly gets degraded, and then becomes very monstrous, and finally he put into the very lowest of species. So this is all an account of jnana. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry to disturb you. But sometimes it has seemed that few people, they are very good by nature, but they are not inclined towards spiritualism. Many
Yes.
of people, they are saying that we are doing our duty honestly, karma.
Yeah, that's right. That's why in 17th chapter you will see that a person, but what to understand by Sattvic, by when you look from Bhagavad Gita angle, Sattva or mode of goodness means a person who is strictly following Shastras only. Not that he is having some qualities which may be good to others, which may appear to be very good, like doing good things to others and being very immaculate, very impeccable,
Never hurt anyone, got tolerance, all this.
at all, and all those qualities are there. Yeah, there's good qualities, but basically this is qualities is on account of some good action done in the past lives. Okay, but in real sense, Sattoguna means a person who is following the Shastras. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam says, when you are a devotee, naturally all these good qualities will be with them, and they'll be endowed with these good qualities. Srimad Bhagavatam is very famous verse say, Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinjina sarve gune satta samasida sudha. In a devotee who is always Krishna conscious, who is worshipping Krishna, without making any extra endeavor, all the good qualities that the 26 qualities have been described will appear, will manifest in him. At the same time, on the other hand, it says, Hare abhaktasya kudo mahadguna manoradhana asadi dhavado bahi. What is the good qualities of a person who is not a devotee of Krishna? Hare abhakta. Why? The reason is given. Manoradhan asadi davadi bahi. Manoradha means is contemplating on what? Asadi, temporary. Dhavado bahi. Bahi means external energy. That means a person, he is very body conscious. That means he'll be helping others for his bodily needs, giving money, for giving some money, or whatever good things are, philanthropic activities he's doing. Why? Because he is only concerned in this present life only. He is not thinking about his next birth, next life. That means he is not interested in the soul. He may be aware of the soul, but is not interested. There are two aspects. Ajnasha ashadhanascha. Ajna means total ignorance. Ashadha means lack of faith. The so-called good persons who is having these qualities, they are basically functioning at a bodily level. So they are either ignorant of the soul, or they don't have the faith in soul. That means they don't have faith in scriptures. That's why they will talk like, why I should do that? I am doing whatever good things I am able to do, and do my karma. That is enough. So he is deciding by himself. And these are manifest. I mean, they visibility. It is visibility. Whatever good things, these things, they are physically visible, and people are impressed by what is visible. A devotee, his virtues may not be visible like a person who is not a devotee. But people by and large are always attracted by what is visible. That's why so much importance is given to these philanthropic activities. You can see a lot of organizations doing this. For example, in Kerala, you have this Madan Andamari. In Andhra, you have this Satya Sai Baba. Because whatever their action they're doing, that is visible. But what Srila Prabhupada was doing was not very visible, because he was cleaning the consciousness of others, the foreign souls. But that is most beneficial, that people don't know. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Fine. So these demonic people, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities. And then what is the result of these two natures that have been described in 1, 2, 3 and the fourth verse? That is given in this next verse 5. Devi sampati mokshaya nibandhaya asuri mada ma shuja sampadam devim abhijadosi pandava. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas demonic qualities make for bondage. Yes, simple. Ultimately, when you develop these qualities, Devi qualities, you are benefited by getting out of this cycle of BOD. While the demonic people, they remain in this cycle of life and death. That is the result. These are the foods we have been explaining in that pertaining to the 15th chapter. What are the fruits of this Ashwatha tree? The two types of fruits. One will give liberation, another give bondage. What is giving liberation is the divine qualities, while the demonic qualities will give you bondage, will again bind you. And then Krishna is reassuring Pandava, Arjuna. Because when he hears these qualities, especially ahimsa in case of the qualities, he feels that whether he is actually situated in the divine quality or is in demonic quality. Everybody maybe will have this doubt sometimes. Because Arjuna thinking that now he has to kill Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, Duryodhana, and all those relatives. He feels that then he is doing himsa instead of ahimsa. Ahimsa is a divine quality. Himsa is a opposite of that. So Krishna is reassuring, no Arjuna, you are in divine quality because you are acting as per your varna only. And Kshatriya's duty is to wage a righteous war, dharma yudh. That is a duty of a Kshatriya. And here you can see the 26 qualities. If you are following this, your nature, your true nature, then these qualities will manifest. Now you are acting according to your nature only. So there is no karmic reaction. When Arjuna desires that, okay, I don't want to be very cruel. I don't want to wage war and kill others. I'll take up the job of what you call duty of a Brahmana by conducting yajnas and all that. Then he is rejecting his Swadharma. And Paradharma is accepting Paradharma, which is very, very bhayavaha. 3.35, Krishna states that.
Yes.
Later. It's very clear about Krishna is very clear. Shreyan, Swadharmo, Vigunaha, Paradharma, Sunishtidat, Swadharme, Nidhanam Shreya, Paradharmo, Bhayavaha. So, you have to act according to your duty. So, Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to act as per his nature only. People who don't have a proper understanding of Bhagavad Gita will always say that Arjuna did not want to fight, but Krishna instigated him to fight. So according to the war is a violence only. And so why should Krishna encourage violence? Say they don't understand that the Dharma Yuddha, violence is sometimes necessary to curb this demonic nature And it is a duty of a Kshatriya to do that. If he is hesitant in not in doing this, then he is acting in a demonic nature. If he is hesitant or not interested, that means what is that? Is Vishayas are acting, his imprints are acting, not Shastra. Your likes and dislikes. Arjuna, for the time being, he is not interested because he has an intense dislike and intense liking, intense dislike, and that is Dvanda, and Dvanda is on account of these imprints. That is a secondary root described in the second verse of 15th chapter. Adascha Mulya Nusandani. So this is that's why Krishna says that if you are not acting according to the prescribed duties enjoined in the Shastras, then you are acting as per your likes and dislikes. And that is demonic. See, the scriptures, spiritual scriptures are so subtle that if you don't have proper understanding, then that will generate a lot of confusion. That's why many people are confused by reading Bhagavad Gita, because they are not accepting from the right source. Fortunately, we are following Srila Prabhupada. We have this parampara, great parampara. We have this, like yesterday, we have the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance day. So we have this great parampara, and because of that, we are able to understand, we have the proper understanding of this. So we can understand when Arjuna is not following the Shastras, then he will be following his inner nature. That will be explained next week. Next source will be verse it is given. Thou Bhusargo Logesmin Daiva Asura Evacha Deva Vistarsha Prokta Asurim Pratame Shrunu. So in this world, there are two kinds of created beings. One is the divine, and another is a demoniac. Yes, we have been discussing about this. Now, in this Brihad Aranya-upanishads, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that towards the end. And Baladev Vidyabhushan was also mentioning detail. Brihad Aranya-upanishads 1.3.1. It says that very clearly mentions Dvayaha Pravatyaha Devashuracha Deva Asurascha. Dvayaha Prajapatya Devascha. The Deva and Asura are two which were produced by Brahma. Brahma means Prajapati, and descendants of Brahma. Actually, we know that the Devas and Asuras, whose children are they? Whose children?
Aditi and Diti, Kasyaparu's wife.
Prajapati's wives, Aditi and Didi. Didi's sons are Daityas, demons, and Diti's sons are Adityas or Devas. So, this Brihad Aranya-upanishads is a very powerful verse, and Srimad Shankaracharya has given a very great detailed commentary on that. So it says, two classes of Prajapati's sons, gods and asuras. The gods were fewer and asuras were more in number. So they weighed with each other for dominance of the three worlds. And you can always see that in Puranas, you'll find that Devas and asuras always fighting.
Yes,
They
yes.
dominate. So these are events which are happening continuously in past and present also. Like for example, in you can say in Satyuga, the fight was between two planets. So there was situated in two planets. In Dwapara Yuga, it becomes two countries, like India and Sri Ramachandra and Ravana. It becomes a war between two families, two nations. And then came Dwapara Yuga, it becomes a fight between two families, within the family only, two families. Or I can say within the family. Kaurava and Pandu, they belong to the same clan. So it is within the family. And then in Kali Yuga, said it is inside you only. So we have both this divine nature and divine qualities and demonic nature also. Why demonic nature? Because we have been taking so many births. Why we are taking births? Because we are not developed properly the divine qualities. Our natural quality of a bonded, or you can say a conditioned soul, a conditioned, we always a conditioned soul. Our natural inclination is towards demoniac nature. You can always see that. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Lobha, Madamalsara, these qualities, these doshas, demonic nature, we are always at. So our natural inclination is to go for that. But forcefully, we have to develop the divine qualities. Like for example, when we are chanting also, like we Vaishnavas, when we chant also, sometimes we get these feelings of anger or sensual thoughts, everything may come sometimes. Because our mind is so conditioned over so many births, over millions and millions of births, that our natural inclination is always towards that. Even though we may be knowing the Shastra injunctions, there is always a resistance on the part not to abide by instructions. Like for example, the Shastra injunctions mean do's and don'ts. Vidhi Nisheda. The Shastra says that you have to respect a spiritual master. You're considering as good as Krishna himself. Not to treat him as an ordinary person. Srimad Bhagavatam, he is Acharya Mam Vijaniya, that famous verse is saying. But ultimately what happens? Sometimes you may not give the proper respect the spiritual master deserves. It happens sometimes. That time you are acting according to your instincts, natural inclination. Another Vedic injunction said that you should not have attraction or towards someone else's wife, others' wives. A tendency to enjoy that. When you have this tendency, the Shastra always gives you the results. If you do that, you get this result. If you do this bad things, then get better this result. But if our inner nature very strong, the inner nature, conditioned nature is very strong, irrespective of consequences, you may act according to your nature. That is a demoniac nature. That is what is going to Srimad Aranya Upanishad. There is always a fight within us. If you're very very much in mode of passion, then there's every possibility that even if you are following the Shastras, you are prone to act according to nature. So for that, we have to be very, very submissive. That we have to surrender to Krishna and to spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness is an eternal war against materialism. So we have to declare war on this. And as for this, when you advance in 14th chapter, we know that these gunas, you have to be very neutral to the gunas, udasina. That we have to understand that properly and practice. 14th chapter, you have seen last two words, Krishna, Arjuna is asking, what are the nature of this gunatita? So Krishna is giving all this prakasham cha pravritim cha mohameva cha pandava. न द्वेष्टि संप्रवृत्तानि न निवृत्तानि कांक्षति उदासीनवत् आसीनो गुणैश्च न विचार्यते. You know the effects of these gunas, and then you become neutral to these gunas. Then you get attached to Krishna. So that way we can easily, not very easily, but sure of overcoming our demonic nature and acquiring the divine nature. Then Krishna describes, he said that Devo Vistasha Prokta already spoken in detail about the divine qualities. And Asurim Prathameshwar, now I am going to describe in detail. The 6 qualities were given in the 4th verse was in brief one, summary only. Now he is going to elaborate on that in next up to 20. Some 13, 14 verses Krishna will be describing. And it starts with the 7th verse. Pravritim cha nivritim cha janana vidurasara na chaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyade. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, no proper behavior, no truth is found in them. Because the demonic people, they don't bank their decisions on Shastras. They're always seeing the Pratyaksha and Anumana only. The direct perception and this inference. That is the reason for this their sad state of affair. While the people who demand divine nature, they always go abide by the Shastra. That is the real Sattvic person. While the demonic persons, they always, for them, the pramanas basically Pratiksha and Anumana. Those who follow the Vedic injunctions, they are called Aryans. And those who do not follow based on this Pratiksha and Pramana, they are non-Aryans. And they are classified as Asuras. So because they don't have the backing of Vedas, they don't know what is actually to be done and what is not to be done. While people having the Sattvic, people who are following Shastras, are basically Sattvic people, you will see in verse 30 of the 18th chapter, it speaks about the intelligence of person in Sattvic mood, Rajogun and Tamogun. The Satogana says, Pravartim cha nivritim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yadveti buddhi sapartha satvigi. Or Sanaprada, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, that understanding is established in the mode of goodness. So demonic nature is opposite. If you go down to verse 30, 31 and 32, you'll understand this. Yaya dharma adharma cha karya cha karyevacha ayathavat prajanadi buddhi sapartha rajasi. And the understanding which cannot distinguish between a religious way of life and irreligious, between actions that should be done and actions that should not be done, that imperfect understanding. So, ayathavat prajanadi. Ayathavat prajana means imperfect understanding. You're following the verse, Indamaji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
30, 31 and 32 of
16.
18th chapter.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mentioned 18th chapter. And in case of Tamogun, 32 says, Adharma dharma vidhi ya manyade tamasavrda sarvartha nivedamscha sabuddhi partha tamasi. That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be religion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction.
Yes, Prabhuji. 32.
Eh? Right.
18.32.
18.30, 31 and
Yes.
And then this person is now shaucham napi chacharo. He is not clean, internally not clean, externally also not very clean. Sometimes he may be externally clean, but internally not clean. But a devotee is clean both externally as well as internally. Externally because he keeps your body nice, clean, because he considers his body to be abode of Paramatma. So that we can maintain nicely. Not because you want to be looking very nice to others or nice to yourself. No. Body should be clean, maintained cleanly, because it is abode of Paramatma. That is our understanding. And internal clean means, you know what is internal cleans? That is we
By
are to
chanting. Yes.
Impurities which is arising from our previous karmas, this vasana sonda, that is impurity. And to clear that, cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamaha davagni.
Davagni nirvapanam. Shreya kariva chandrika vitaram vidaya vadhu jivanam.
So chanting is there because that dark, what we call the coating in the mind, which is compared to a mirror, dusty mirror. That dust has to be wiped by constant chanting only. Nacha achara, behavior, what is good behavior and what is bad behavior. And Srila Prabhupada, you can see that good behavior is always, we can understand through Dharma Shastras, especially Manusmriti. Behavior means basically it's pertaining to Dharma Shastra. It's actually not really spiritual. But then that is always, Srila Prabhupada says that if you want to be a good devotee, you have to be in good behavior also. But merely because you are a good behavior doesn't mean that you are a devotee. Devotee naturally should be well behaved.
Yes,
But
yes.
well-behaved persons, like following Dharma,
May not be good devotee.
Will not be good devotee. Like the example you're saying, that people are so many, but not that following their devotees. Why? Because they are and lack the proper understanding of Shastras. They feel that Shastra is something that is manufactured by somebody else, or which is not actually not required.
Yes.
Improper understanding of scriptures. So many misunderstandings regarding scriptures. And because of that, there is a lot of bad practice also. And persons who are not following this Dhamma Shastras, like Srila Prabhupada gives example of Nasri, Swandra Mahasi, that if you go through property, you understand that ladies are accepted as equals now. And because of that, they are not getting protection, proper protection. And because of that, they are falling down. And because they are falling down, there is a lot of chaotic situation. Jarasandhari, all those things are happening. And demonic people are responsible for this. So, starting from the 7th chapter, 7th verse, it will go up to 20 verse 20. He will describe it very nicely. How the demonic people slowly gets degraded into monstrous nature. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So you can render this.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any more clarification?
No, Prabhuji. I have already cleared everything.
Okay. So now we can.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatanka nakhalaye. Ito Narsinho parato Narsinho. Yato yato yami tato Narsinha. Vahi Narsinha hridaye Narsinha. Narsinha madhi charanam prapade. तब कर कमल बरे नाखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगम दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगम केशवधृत नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओं उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं विषाणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओं उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं विषाणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओं उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं विषाणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् श्री नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग श्री नरसिंह जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग सर्व विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय।
Thank you. Pancha kalparuvescha
कृपा सिंधु भय बच पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Ananda Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki
जय
Bhagwan ki
जय
Go Premanande.
हरि हरि बोल।